Welcome back to Kingdom Chronicles. Today, we diving deep into one of the most incredible stories ever told, the tale of Jonah and the great fish. It's a story about running from your destiny, facing the impossible, and discovering the boundless nature of mercy. So grab a seat and let's journey back to ancient Israel. Our story begins with a man named Jonah. Now, Jonah wasn't just any man, he was a prophet. This meant God spoke directly to him, giving him important messages for the people. One day, God's voice came to Jonah with a command that shook him to his core. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. Nineveh, of all places, Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, a powerful and ruthless empire. They were the sworn enemies of Israel. To Jonah, this mission felt like walking into a lion's den and telling the lions to become vegetarians. He was filled with fear and maybe a little bit of resentment. Why should he help his enemies? So, Jonah made a decision. He decided to run. Instead of heading east to Nineveh, Jonah went straight to the port of Joppa and found a ship sailing for Tarshish. Tarshish was in the opposite direction, as far away as he could possibly get. He paid his fare, boarded the ship, and went down into the hold, thinking he could escape from the presence of the Lord. He probably felt a sense of relief as the ship pulled away from the shore, leaving his unwanted mission behind. But you can't outrun God. As the ship sailed across the Mediterranean, the Lord sent a mighty tempest upon the sea. The sky turned black, the wind howled, and massive waves crashed over the deck. This was no ordinary storm. It was a storm with a purpose. The ship was tossed about so violently that it seemed it would break apart. The seasoned sailors, who had seen their share of storms, were terrified. They cried out to their own God and began throwing cargo overboard to lighten the ship, hoping to save themselves from the raging sea. Meanwhile, there was Jonah. He was fast asleep down in the ship's hold. The ship's captain found him and was shocked. How can you be sleeping? He shouted. Get up and call on your God. Maybe he will take notice of us so that we will not perish. The terrified sailor, desperate for an answer, decided to cast lots to find out who was responsible for this disaster. The lot fell on Jonah. They surrounded him. Tell us, they demanded, who are you? Where do you come from? What have you done to bring this upon us? Jonah knew he could no longer hide. I am a Hebrew, he confessed, and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land. He then told them the whole story, how he was a prophet of the one true God, and how he was fleeing from his divine mission. The sailors were even more terrified. They now understood this was no random storm. It was the wrath of the God who created the very sea that was about to swallow them. What should we do to you to make the sea calm down for us? They pleaded. They didn't want to harm them, but they were desperate. Jonah, realizing the storm was entirely his fault, gave them the only solution. Pick me up and throw me into the sea, he said, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you. The sailors resisted. They were good men and didn't want to have Jonah's death on their conscience. They rowed with all their might, trying to get back to land, but it was no use. The sea grew even wilder. Finally, seeing no other choice, they cried out to the Lord, Please, Lord, do not let us die for taking this man's life. Do not hold us accountable for killing an innocent man, for you, Lord, have done as you pleased. Then they took Jonah and threw him overboard. Instantly, the raging sea grew calm. The wind died down, the waves settled, and a profound stillness fell over the water. The sailors were filled with awe. They had witnessed the power of Jonah's God firsthand. In that moment, they made offerings and vows to the Lord. But what about Jonah? As he plunged into the dark, churning water, his story was far from over. Just as he thought he was lost, the Lord provided an unexpected rescue. A great fish, appointed by God, swam up and swallowed Jonah whole. He wasn't consumed, he was contained. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah lived in the belly of this magnificent creature, in the dark, in the depths of the sea. It was in this strange, dark, and lonely place that Jonah finally stopped running. He prayed. It wasn't a prayer of complaint, but a prayer of thanksgiving. He praised God for saving him from the depths of the ocean. He acknowledged God's power and sovereignty. He realized that salvation comes from the Lord alone. Jonah finally surrendered his will to God's. After 3 days, the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah out onto dry land. Drenched and humbled, Jonah stood on the shore, a man reborn. He had run as far as he could, faced the depths of the sea, and been miraculously saved. Now he was ready to face his destiny. God's command came to him a second time. Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you. This time, Jonah did not hesitate. He obeyed. Jonah's journey is a powerful reminder that we can't run from our purpose and that God's mercy can find us even in the darkest and most desperate of places. It shows us that sometimes we have to go through the storm to truly understand the greatness of God's grace. Thank you for joining us on Kingdom Chronicles. We hope this story has inspired you. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Until next time, may your faith be your guide.